Buy with confidence is the Triple J Advantage. 1 year maintenance, 1 year tire and rim protection, key replacement, and $700 coupon book with every new vehicle purchase. Only at Triple J. Customers first.
Off day, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Cruising with KUAM. I'm Sabrina Salas Matanane, and I'm so excited because today we are talking about the global day of giving. It's called Givingtuesday, and who better to talk about Givingtuesday and what we do at KUAM than our Chief Executive Officer, Marie Calvo Monge. Hi, Marie. Didn't have to go very far for this interview. But I'm excited.
Having deja vu.
I know.
I've been in this seat before.
And so we are talking again about Givingtuesday, and this is something that we do every year, and spearheading a lot of what we do, our planning behind Givingtuesday is, as I mentioned, Marie. So Marie, for people who aren't familiar with Givingtuesday, why don't you go ahead and share with them the details?
Well, Givingtuesday, it's a global day of giving. It was started, I believe, in 2012 by a nonprofit organization in New York. And they really kind of try to leverage social media to gain momentum for this. We came on, I think we're going into our 6th year of doing this as officially part of the Givingtuesday movement. But, you know, you and I both know in our history at KUAM, we've done things for the community during this time of year for so long. It's really just part of who we are and part of our nature. And so when this, kind of came before us, we were like, we're definitely going to get on board with this, and let's, do this. And it's really created this like infectious sense of just giving back and doing what you can and bringing the whole team together. Right. Everybody plays a role.
Everybody gets so excited too about Givingtuesday. Everybody's like, yes, let's do this. And we've done so much. I can't even, they all start to kind of like
mesh.
Yeah. So I know, what did we do last year? I was actually off island for last year's Givingtuesday, but what did we do last year?
I talked about this on the podcast, and you and I, in working together and kind of being like producing partners, and we've worked on so many projects together, but one thing that we have this flow is that no matter what we do, there's always a theme, this cohesive theme.
Yes.
A brand, a title, like it's something that probably drives our coworkers crazy when we do this. So I don't know if it was from the very first one, but through the years we've tried to kind of rally around a theme of a different group of people or a different need to support in the community. So last year we actually we called it Shelter Tuesday. So we looked at different shelters with needs on Guam, and we donated holiday decorations to the alley shelter. We did like a supply drive for GAIN, and donated some pet supplies there. And then we did did a luncheon at Guma San Jose. And so there were a bunch of things that we've done.
I remember one year we did stuff with the Manumco. Do you remember that? And
yes.
we did bingo, I think.
Yeah.
And what else?
We did our caroling.
Yeah.
Which they love. Granted, we do have some, every year, it changes, but we do have musicians on our team. But sometimes the singers can't go, and so it's just whoever we can gather up goes to St. Dominic's, but we entertain them. They love it. We get a blend of the Chamorro.
We make up for the singing with our spirit.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I want to talk about what we're going to be doing this year, but we're going to get to that after the break.
Okay.
Buy with confidence is the Triple J Advantage. 1 year maintenance, 1 year tire and rim protection, key replacement, and $700 coupon book with every new vehicle purchase. Only at Triple J. Customers first. Buy with confidence is the Triple J Advantage. 1 year maintenance, 1 year tire and rim protection, key replacement, and $700 coupon book with every new vehicle purchase. Only at Triple J. Customers first.
Welcome back to Cruising with KUAM. We're here with Marie Calvo Monge. She's our fearless leader in charge of planning for Giving Tuesday, and we are preparing for Giving Tuesday, which is December 3rd.
December 3rd. Yeah, the theme is, it's because Black Friday is this huge thing across, it's really like the biggest consumer shopping day of the year. And so, then you have Cyber Monday, and so Giving Tuesday came about. Is after all that spending and getting, it's time to give, and so it's December 3rd this year.
Right. Okay. And so, what do we have planned? I mean, I know, but people out there don't know, and we're still kind of planning what we're doing. But we have our theme this year is to give back to
our youth, right, and those who are in need. And there's so many ways to do it, and the way that we kind of came about doing this, and trying to figure out what we were going to do as an organization, was we've been having meetings, and I think through just going brainstorming, coming up with ideas, actually Bree, you can talk more, I guess, about the DART.
Right.
Through a live stream that we did, you discovered that the DART stands for
Domestic Assault Response Team, and they are a division with the KUAM Police Department. So I did this live stream for our Crime Time show, and so Paul Tapau, he's the spokesperson of GPD, he took us around, took us to the DART office, and so they explained what they do in terms of helping victims of domestic assault. And so there's a room within DART in Tizen that they put the children in, and the victims, where they do interviews with them to determine what sort of services they need. And so the room, it just needed some TLC. I mean, imagine if you were a victim of sexual assault, you bring your children with you to GPD. And
scary.
Yeah. And so the room just needed a lot of love, and it just kind of broke my heart, to see, this is where they're going, And so I called up Paul and asked him, if it would be okay if we came in there and we just helped bring some life to the room. And so that led to partnerships with M80, and you spoke with Jessica, and she was just fully on board. Yeah,
she was. I mean, her ideas were rolling. We could do this and we could do that, and and I think that I think what we needed to do to just confirm that we could do this,
right,
was get
approval from the governor's office, and so we got that approval, and so we're going to be going there on December 3rd and fixing up the place and making it a little bit more, comfortable, I think.
Make it a welcome space, and to give comfort, because it's such a scary time and there's a lot of distress, and maybe going through, these kids go through traumatic, to see all that, then to be in this real cold environment, so.
And they're really excited about it. I know when I told Paul about it, he was like, I could hear it in his voice. He's like starting to tear up, like, oh my gosh, this is so nice. And even we were there with Jessica from M80. She went to town, like measuring the room and making sure, asking all kinds of questions. Can we paint? Can we take this down? And I was like, wow.
Yeah, we just, just full disclosure, we casually mentioned in the meeting, she said that her company, they want to do different things to help the community. And we said, oh, well, this might be right up your alley. We want to decorate this room. And she just said, what are the dimensions? And then you follow up, right? Where she went in, and so we were like, oh, we were just thinking maybe you could donate a shelf or a kid's, furniture or something. But yeah, we're really excited to have them as a partner. And that's the whole spirit of Giving Tuesday. It's not about one organization or one group of people. It's just about everybody just thinking about, what can I do? Even if it's just an act of kindness. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to have deep pockets to participate. Yeah.
It's just your time means
It's
everything.
time is,
And
valuable.
speaking of time, there's something else that we're going to be doing for Giving Tuesday, and we will get to that after the commercial break. Stay tuned.
Buy with confidence is the Triple J Advantage. 1 year maintenance, 1 year tire and rim protection, key replacement, and $700 coupon book with every new vehicle purchase. Only at Triple J, customers first. Buy with confidence is the Triple J Advantage. 1 year maintenance, 1 year tire and rim protection, key replacement, and $700 coupon book with every new vehicle purchase. Only at Triple J, customers first.
Welcome back to Cruising with KUAM. We are talking about Giving Tuesday with Calvo Monge, our leader at KUAM Communications. And earlier we talked about what we were going to be doing with for the Guam Police Department and their domestic assault response team room for children. And that is the theme actually for this year. I'm not sure if we touched on that. What we're doing is we're going to be focusing on assisting our youth. And one of the things we're doing is we are partnering with Manyalu. Right?
Yeah, the partnership, I mean, you've worked closely with Sam Taitano, with Manyalu, with their One Micronesia initiative. And so we were looking at other groups of children or youth that might be in need, and their name came up. I believe our community relations director, Sherelle Daniel, she said, hey, what about them? And so she reached out to Sam, found out they do different after-school programs. The one that falls on Tuesday is actually at the Hemlani Apartments. And they do outdoor field activities just to keep the kids active. And so we said, okay, that's going to be our other. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but another thing with our Giving Tuesday theme is that we try to do what we call a marathon, where from the beginning of the day till the end of the day, we're doing something, in the realm of giving. So that became our second activity. Was I think it's an after school program, and they even encourage the parents of these children to join, right? So that they play together. So we're going to be doing basically outdoor, physical activity.
Yeah, I think basketball. I think they do volleyball. So we're trying to drum up support for with other organizations to help us out with that, because if anybody's seen any of the live streams, I'm really not very good at basketball, but I'm always down to try anything. And so Manyalu, they actually do a lot of outdoor activities. I think they did one in one of our other Giving Tuesdays where they, I want to say it was,
I think our radio team went up, right?
Yeah, they did soccer, I think. But I know Dave Delgado, he's going to be helping and spearheading this aspect of, or this particular activity over at Hemlani Apartments. And I really like the Manyalu organization and all the things that they do, especially for the FSM and the FAS community. Vic, he does a podcast twice a month with Manyalu, and just promoting positivity.
Yeah, it's really inspiring stories. Check it out on the KUAM Podcast Network or any of our digital platforms. But yeah, their stories are so many inspirational stories in our community.
Well, we're going to have more on Cruising with KUAM. Stay tuned.
Buy with confidence is the Triple J Advantage. 1 year maintenance, 1 year tire and rim protection, key replacement, and $700 coupon book with every new vehicle purchase. Only at Triple J, customers first. Buy with confidence is the Triple J Advantage. 1 year maintenance, 1 year tire and rim protection, key replacement, and $700 coupon book with every new vehicle purchase. Only at Triple J, customers first.
Welcome back to Cruising with KUAM. We are talking about Giving Tuesday. It is a global day of giving, scheduled for December 3rd. And one of the things that we're also doing for Giving Tuesday is our Kids for Kindness campaign.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this year, as kind of a spin-off or a supplement to the Giving Tuesday, the global movement, Givingtuesday.org launched Giving Tuesday Kids, which really encourages service activity and service learning among our children. And so they're identifying different ambassadors in the community. I think they have their own website where you can take a pledge. And so what we are doing to tie into that is something called the Kids for Kindness checklist. And we created this checklist of things you could do throughout November, classes collectively, and they check it off every day. I think it begins November 4th.
Okay.
After the weekend. And they're little things like holding the door open, saying something kind to your teacher, helping your parent, doing chores without being asked to, like things like that every day. And so we've had we put a call out to all the schools. We've had a huge response. We have so many schools participating. You can participate as an individual as well. There's a downloadable Kids for Kindness checklist on our website, but schools are participating, and we're going to recognize them with a certificate and some goodies for them as well, but basically it's not about just receiving the reward. It's about just getting in the habit of being kind and giving back. And
I was going to say, no, you really see our youth engaging this idea and becoming involved. I know in the past we have seen several elementary schools that have held canned food drives. Southern High School, I know that they've partnered with us so many times, but also Mount Carmel.
They've
I think
from
they've been
day
with us,
one,
yeah.
right? I think.
Thanks, Mike Phillips and the kids over at Mount Carmel, and they're actually going to be helping again this year.
Yes, so this year they've always done this, and you've gone, right?
Yes,
I've never been. I just get the videos back, and they actually, I think they used one of the videos on the national or international, actually, Giving Tuesday website to show examples of what you can do. So it's amazing. It seems like they have a assembly with their entire school, and every child brings a toy. Well, this year they're going above and beyond and creating these kits with essentials for kids in need. And I think the third group that we're looking at helping this Giving Tuesday is our foster children. There are so many. It's disheartening to see the numbers. It's just so sad. But we're going to be distributing these kits that have, just essential needs that we take for granted sometimes to foster kids. And so we're really, excited that Mount Carmel has joined us once again. They've always been, and the kids, it's just infectious. The spirit of giving, you see it on their faces. They're just so proud to be a part of something like this.
Yeah, whenever we go to the assembly, Chris is usually the host for the assembly, and you can see they're singing, they're dancing, and then whenever we collect the toys, and they all help, but our van, I think we usually have to have 2 cars.
We used to just bring one van, and we had to call for backup.
But yeah, I really love those kids down at Mount Carmel, and all the kids really that participate every single year that we've been doing it. Is there anything else about Giving Tuesday? Do you want to share?
I just want to impart that again, this is not a local thing. It's not just the KUAM Care Force. We just joined. We drank the Kool-Aid, so to speak, and we're on board with this. So anyone can get involved. Just go on their website, givingtuesday.org, to get inspired, to join, to get ideas, and then givingtuesdaykids.org as well. We have an Instagram page just for Giving Tuesday Guam. It's Giving Tuesday Guam, and you'll find different ideas, different things that, you know, as people let us know what they're doing, because please let us know what you're doing. We'll post it, and they also share inspiring quotes every day. So it's a great day. And it really isn't, it shouldn't just be about this one day. It's a kickoff to the season, and hopefully a year-round spirit of giving back to the community. So December 3rd, 2019.
All right. Well, thank you, Marie. And thank you, everybody, for watching. We also want to thank Triple J. We've been strolling around in their Honda Passport. And one thing about Honda is, like KUAM, they too hold programs across the country that give back to the community. So again, December 3rd, Giving Tuesday. Go to Giving Tuesday Guam on our social media pages. This has been Cruising with KUAM. Thanks for watching.